In order to pay tribute to the unfortunate loss of Antoine Hubert at the 2019 Belgian Grand Prix last year at the F2 feature race, I decided to go with a special sticker in the Ferrari of Charles Leclerc. So this race is going to be for Antoine, as the drivers are doing in real life. I'm going to do in the virtual world, and today we're going to race for Antoine. What's going on, guys? My name is Tom. Welcome back to another video. Here back to the last question mark challenge. Today we're going to drive as Charles Leclerc in the Ferrari, and we'll see what we can do by starting in last place in a 25% race. We're going to have some rainy conditions, but it's going to get drier as the laps go by. I decided to give a little bit of a twist in this challenge and had some rain because we're going to have a 90% chance of rain on Sunday. So, and just to make this challenge more fun, I think the rain is going to mix things up. So make sure to smash like and subscribe, and if you see plenty more Formula 1 content, really motivates me to make more. And let me know in the comment section what are your predictions for this weekend's Belgian Grand Prix. I'm posting this right after qualifying, and I'm commentating this after practice one. So at the moment, I think it's a safe bet to say that the Mercedes are going to be the one to watch, and there is a 1-2 actually for this challenge. But I don't know. We'll see what we can do. This is a very special weekend because it makes 1 year since we lost Antoine Hubert, and like I said in the beginning of this video, I'm going to have a sticker in the yellow and in the nose of the car in the loving memory of the French driver that unfortunately passed away in last year's F2 feature race. But strategy-wise, it's going to be a one-stop. We're going to start on the intermediates, but then we're going to switch to the softs in the middle stage of the race. So this promises to be a quite interesting race, to say the least. And we'll see if we can climb some place. It can be really tricky in this game when it comes to these changeable conditions. But 5 red lights for the Belgian Grand Prix, 11 laps ahead of us. And it slides out, and away we go. Let's see if we can get a good start against the Williams of Nicolas Latifi. Yes, we can. And on George Russell and Roman Grosjean as well, as we dive down inside, as Raikkonen is making up places. You can see as shooting into turn 1, and absolutely worth it for the Alfa Romeo. And he gains a few places, so a very good start for the Alfa Romeo. Not looking very good in the real life season, but no, it will be really. Will be really happy to see Raikkonen, scoring some points this season, especially at Spa. That is a very good track for him. But some side-by-side action into our Rouge, getting a little bit tentative and a little bit hesitant, and our run wasn't that good, and we were kind of vulnerable to the Williams that now finds himself side-by-side with Daniel Kvyat in the Toro Rosso. These guys are going very slow, and that is going to allow us to get a chance on the other AlphaTauri. I said Toro Rosso of Pierre Gasly managed to still pass around the outside, but I was saying Toro Rosso, so in this stage of the year I am still saying Toro Rosso. I don't know what about you guys, but I still get mistaken with the new team names. But now we are at the racing point. I'm not going to say Force India, as he shoots on the inside of Magnussen. So a very good start seeing Magnussen up into P15, but not for too long, because we're going to engage the overtake button, and not just go inside of the Haas, but Sergio Perez as well, and that's us into P12. So it's been a very good start, half a lap done, and we gained 8 places. So I think I can call this a very successful start, considering that we are in very tricky conditions. We know that TI is pretty good in these kind of conditions, and we skip forward just a little bit to the end of lap 1, and we're getting closer and closer to Antonio Giovinazzi. So I was saying that was Raikkonen, so it was my mistake. It is Giovinazzi that got a good start. Raikkonen is a few places behind, as you can see in the replay camera. So pace has been really good, and we have the guts and the confidence on the brakes on these intermediate tires to go on the inside of Giovinazzi, and we gain 1 position. We are 1 place away of getting into the points. So objective for this challenge, maybe get ahead of both Red Bulls, the Mercedes and the Ferraris. Generally are faster around this track and in this game as well, so maybe I can challenge the Red Bulls. We'll see. The strategy can be a great factor here, because some guys can be stuck for the intermediates 1 more lap because to not get the double stack. So it's going to be kind of a lottery and a little bit of luck if we can overtake these guys on in terms of strategy. But on the inside of the other racing point of Stroll, and we are into the points P10, and now ahead of us in terms of the midfield cars we have both McLarens and Renaults ahead of us, and after that it is the lights of the Red Bulls and the Ferrari, of our teammate Sebastian Vettel. But the Mercedes waltzing away, as you can see in the mini-map. But now we have a virtual safety car, because I believe it was Pierre Gasly that was out of the Grand Prix. So maybe I could pit to the dry tires, but as you can see it's still raining, and it's too early for the for the dries, and getting a little bit brake checked by Lando Norris, but we managed to avoid him. So he was going very, very slow, as you can see. But as I was saying, it's too early for the dries at the moment, but maybe in 3 laps time I think it's time to fit the dry tires, and we're getting very close to Norris because this guy's lost time. As you can see, I'm very close to him, and I like 1/10 of the delta. So definitely we gain time on these guys, and this can allow us to get a chance of overtaking the McLaren. Up to our route we go, not very confident at the moment, as we cut a little bit the final stage we cut a corner on Radulin, apologies, but we're going to have a good momentum thanks to this Ferrari power, and we're going to try to run outside of Lando Norris. Who's going to brake late is going to be me, and that is going to result to go a little bit deep, but make sure to park on the apex to make sure that he doesn't come back and try to go run outside or do the switch back, and we're drifting every single corner on the track. But I think we're making good progress considering that conditions that we are facing at the moment in this last question mark challenge. I think we're doing a pretty decent job at the moment, and the AI is very good in the intermediate conditions, so maybe we can have a chance to challenge the likes of the Red Bulls and maybe our teammate Sebastian Vettel, as we're going purple on the third sector, and we can challenge these guys once we fit the dry tires as the conditions getting better and better. And we overshot a little bit the first turn as we overtook Carlos Sainz, but job done, and we are in P8, and now what is left ahead of us is both Renaults, and we have the midfield cleared. So going purple on the first sector, going up on a personal best on the first sector, we're exceeding a little bit the track limit. Try to see if I can go flat out through Blanchimont. At the moment we can't, but we're going to make a massive dive bomb through the chicane on Esteban Ocon, going very slow. This is a little bit painful to watch as Verstappen is setting the fastest lap, so definitely maybe it's time to go with the soft tires, because look at the track, it's already dry and we exceed once again the track limit. So, and I'm already struggling with the tire temperatures. I can tell you that the tires surface temperature was on orange, so definitely it is time to fit the dry tire. We're going to fit a brand new set of soft tires, and we're going to suffer a little bit of the double stack because Sebastian Vettel is in as well, but I'd rather have a double stack from my teammates than get stuck another lap in these old intermediate tires, which are not suited at the moment for the track conditions. So we lost a bit of time. We're going to lose some time to the Renaults, and we're going to fall behind them probably, and there is confirmation not just of the Renaults but of the McLaren of Carlos Sainz. So we have a lot of job to do. We have to do these overtakes once again, but some guys stayed out on the intermediate, the likes of Hamilton, Albon and Vettel already pitted. So maybe if we can put a blast of a lap, we can overtake these guys, because they are going to be painfully slow, and we have some traffic to do as Sergio Perez tries to go on the inside of Carlos Sainz, but that was a failed attempt. He couldn't, he didn't have the enough straight line speed, but we're going to have a good show, as you can see, going close, very close to the grass, but we managed to keep the car on the road, and we made a double overtake. So that was a spectacular overtake through the Camel Straight, and we made a double overtake. So it was almost a recreation of Mika Hakkinen and Michael Schumacher. We almost put the wheel onto the grass, but thankfully Carlos Sainz managed to give enough space to not put the wheel on the grass. But Roman Grosjean stuck on the intermediate tires, going so slow. Look at the difference of corner speed between me and the Haas. It's absolutely outrageous, and that is a proof. Then this gives me a little bit of confidence if we can overtake Hamilton and Albon. If we overtake them, I think that is going to be a net P5, because Ricciardo was the way. So he's with quite some gap, because you know, he gained a lot of time in the pits because of that double stack. But at the moment I'm really pushing. I'm showing this lap my out lap to see if we can overtake the Mercedes and the Red Bull. We're going full belt, using all the ERS available. I'm starting to running out a little bit, so I have to start to doing some management, because I really want to finish ahead of Ricciardo. Verstappen still with the fastest lap. I think this is the lap still with the intermediates, and the fastest lap was taken away. No, it was Norris that was pitting. So here we go through the last chicane. We'll see how many places we can gain it. As you can see, Hamilton is still in the pit lane, and we're definitely going to overtake him. And we, for good measure, we went purple on the third sector. So the undercut working absolutely massively. Sergio Perez setting the fastest lap, and George Russell as well in the Williams setting the fastest lap of the race. So definitely these soft tires are the best tire at the moment, and I'm going to watch the replay. So we'll see the replay, and yeah, the Racing Point tried to go on the inside, but I was there, and he had the reflexes to react that I was there, and that could have been a massive crash, and that would be the end of this question mark challenge. But at the moment I'm managing a little bit the battery. As you can see, I'm kind of low. I'm like in the 20% and we have to you know, overtake Daniel Ricciardo, and that should be P4, and I think he's the best that we can get in this Grand Prix, because Vettel and Verstappen are starting to waltz away, and at the moment I think I used too much battery and too much fuel, and now I have to manage. We're gaining nonetheless. We set the fastest lap, but then on lap 9 Hamilton set the fastest lap, so definitely he's faster than us, because like I said, I'm managing, I'm not pushing at all, because I know that I'm faster this Renault, and sooner or later we're going to clear him. So we are in the penultimate lap at the moment. We are already in DRS range. I tried to put the overtake mode and try to catch him, but it was too far, so I decided, okay, I'm going to save a little bit, and I'm going to save everything for the last lap, and we're going to leave the fight for another day. It's going to leave the fight for the last lap, as we're starting the last lap, and we gone purple on the first and the third sector thanks to the slipstream. But Hamilton is looking very pacey in these later stages of the Grand Prix, but he's not going to be enough to challenge us, because he's not even in the DRS range. So we have the pace, we have the engine to overtake the Renault. Daniel Ricciardo with a very good result. Can he get a good race on Sunday? Let me know in the comment section below. Maybe I'm predicting something, but we're going to have the DRS overtake mode bridge mix, and that is going to be we're going to be taking candy from a kid, and there he is. We are up into P4, and that is going to be our finishing position. Who's leading at the moment? It is Valtteri Bottas going to take the win, so he took advantage of the strategy, and then it's going to be Verstappen as going a little bit off to the grass, as I was trying to get the fastest lap, because that you know, that upstream of Ricciardo will really help me out to get the fastest lap, but I made a mistake, and that was pretty much it. Then it is Verstappen, and that is Sebastian Vettel in the last place of the podium. So Vettel couldn't challenge Verstappen, and he actually set the fastest lap of the race. But for us, it was a very positive challenge. It was really fun nonetheless to slash through the field, especially in the intermediate conditions, and I had a really lot of fun. So guys, that has been the last question mark challenge. Make sure to smash like, subscribe, and if you would see plenty more Formula 1 content. A very special weekend, this Belgian Grand Prix, because it makes 1 year that unfortunately we lost Antoine Hubert, so it's going to be a very special race, and it would be really good if Leclerc could win once again for a Antoine, but it looks more like that he's going to be the Silver Arrows winning another Grand Prix in this 2020 season. Maybe Vettel can get a podium, as you can see, that would be really good. Generally I think this is a good track for Sebastian Vettel, but yeah, it was a really fun challenge. And then Verstappen maybe can challenge the Mercedes, you know, he's kind of challenging them in these last few races, so it would be really good to see, not just to see the Mercedes in a 1-2. But there is confirmation results. We didn't manage to get the fast lap, unfortunately. It was for Sebastian Vettel, but like I said, guys, thank you so much for watching, and the career mode is going to be out tomorrow probably, if not, it's going to be on Monday. But now it's time to say goodbye, and I'll see you guys for a brand new video next time.